being scheduled for 12 3-minute rounds, a professional championship heavyweight boxing action. It is brought to you by Stonewood Homes, and it is for the WBO Oriental Heavyweight Championship. Making his way to the cage, the scale here. The cage. That was last week's show. Sorry. Making his way to the scale here, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be fighting out of the red corner on the night. Would you please put your hands together for the interim heavyweight WBO Oriental Champion, Mr. Dillian
to sing it. Every night 118.1 in the world. 118.1 for far.
After the fight, we're gonna go Thailand.
Alright, and here's the party, ladies and gentlemen, who will be fighting out of the blue corner on the night, making his way to the scale now. Really needs no introduction down here in New Zealand, but ladies and gentlemen, he is the former WBO heavyweight champion of the world. Here comes Lupe
someone, no stress. Relax, someone, no stressing. 108.9. Be underground with the snakes and the burning light. I'm ready. She's trying to back.
Just to give you some background on these fighters, most of you will already know. Joseph Parker, number 3 in the world. Former WBO heavyweight world champion, the first Kiwi ever to accomplish that. He's 29 years of age. Wow. 27 wins. 21 KOs, just those 2 losses, and he was the first man to take Anthony Joshua the distance, and that is a loss that he wants to rectify. Obviously also he suffered from that controversial loss to Dillian Whyte, who led with the head most of the fight. He's never been knocked out. He's got a superb chin and a great knockout punch, a very, very high knockout percentage of over 70. Junior Farr, number 5 in the world. These guys are only separated by 2 positions in the WBO. This is the highest ranked homegrown heavyweight bout. It's truly a privilege to be here to see these 2 guys from South Auckland representing on the world stage. That's one of the reasons why there's been no smack talk. We don't go with the American model with these boys. Okay? And that is a tribute to Kiwi culture and Polynesian culture.
Yay!
Junior Farr is undefeated at 19-0. 10 KOs, he's 31 years old. This is a huge fight. It's just a massive celebration for us here in New Zealand, and it really is and will be a privilege to call it. Just going to talk now to Junior. Try not to step on the big fella's toes. Junior, obviously a little bit of slip up in the lead up. We had that delay for the fight. How much better do you feel for getting that injury sorted?
A lot better. I feel a lot better. Performed a lot better in this camp opposed to the last day, but you know, I'm good to go. The training's done, the talking's done. I'm good to go tomorrow night.
Obviously, you know, Joe has the better resume, and that's why he's considered, I guess, the favourite in this fight. But people don't know that you've been in with Joshua in sparring, you've been in with Joe Joyce in sparring, you fought the likes of Usyk in the amateurs. Tell us a little bit about your amateur experience, particularly in the World Series of Boxing, and how closely that will match up and assist you in the professional game.
I think all those fights don't matter, but I do know that tomorrow night will basically be our 5th time stepping into the ring together. I've taken away things that we learned from each other previously, and I'm going to put together a good game plan. Me and my team have put together a great game plan, and we plan to, you know, go out and do the job tomorrow night.
And obviously you're leading the charge, one of 3 city kickboxing fighters. For you, what's it like preparing as a team as opposed to preparing as an individual?
Big difference. All of us are training there, training for the same goal, lifting each other up, pushing each other while we're all, you know, cruising towards the same date. So all of us are in tip-top shape, and you'll see tomorrow.
All right, Joe, this has been a camp you have undertaken entirely in New Zealand. How's that been different for you?
Firstly, good to see everyone here. Thank you for being here today. Support the fighters and the undercard fighters. I've had a tremendous camp here in New Zealand. It's new for us. We haven't had a camp here in New Zealand for a long time. So it was great to be able to be here, to see family and friends, be with my family, but also get the work done. And I feel like we've had some great work. Coach Kev, bag work, running, and then I had some great sparring of 2 guys who came in and gave it a lot. So, I mean, like Junior said, a lot has been said, and now it's just time to get to work tomorrow.
You mentioned your family, and you know, obviously you've got a couple of young daughters now. How does that change how you approach, I guess, not just the fight game, but everything in life?
You know, there's a lot of sacrifices, and it's the same with Junior. You know, we have young kids, and we sacrifice time away from them. So, in order to, you know, we sacrifice this time, we have to make the most of the opportunity that we have. And for me, I'm just driven and motivated to help my kids and their future, and that's the same for other fighters as well. Now,
there's been talk, obviously, that you've got the greater experience there, that you are the favourite in this fight. Any danger of complacency and looking past to the likes of Chisora, which has been mentioned, to the likes of Anthony Joshua?
Listen, again, everyone can talk about the other fights that are in the future, but my focus is purely on junior fighters in front of me, and that's the respect I have for them, because this is the fight to me that matters the most. There's no point looking at future fights if I can't get past junior fight.
Yes.
And we spoke about this at the open workouts. How much of a privilege is it for you to be headlining a card with so much Polynesian talent and Kiwi talent in particular, and leading the way and being in a position to be able to do that?
It is a humbling experience. You know, you've got 2 guys from South Auckland headlining this card that's going to be shown around the world in 180 countries, I believe. And then you have the other fighters, a lot of them from South Auckland, all around Auckland, New Zealand. So it's great for us to, you know, this platform to show the talent that we have here on this side of the world.
Excellent. All right, boys, now let's face up.
Let's go, Joe!
Face forward now.
guys. Well,